right, everybody, welcome back to the Sideshow. My name is Mingo.
This is Tony.
I'm Seabass.
Woo! Seabass,
What?
I'm alive, I promise.
Look at this kid over
I've
here.
either been going on vacations or working, so
Let's start with the vacation.
Mingo stuck true to his word. The second I dropped out for a half a second on that phone call, he was hanging up and that was it. Because the second I felt myself drop out, he fucking hung up.
But why didn't you call us back, man? We were waiting for your call back.
Nah, I'm not going to bug you. You seem to know that I was on the phone, so I didn't want to bug. You know what I mean?
Well, because I told him, I said, well, look, because going to where he was going, it gets really spotty. And for some reason, there's something about in his car, it's spotty anyways. So I told him, I said, all right, dude, if you drop, that's it. As soon as you drop, I'm done.
Well, were you talking through your car's Bluetooth?
Yeah.
And
No, it wasn't Bluetooth. It was plugged in.
So why would it have been spotty?
I think it was just the service up there anyways.
Yeah.
Because it's all mountainy, and then I was close to the beach, and then I think my car puts a delay on it, on the voice, yeah. So I don't know, but
So just it's awkward being on the phone anyways. And then with the delay, and then if it gets spotty, it's too much.
Mm.
That's why I told him, I said, as soon as you cut out and you drop, I'm out.
he stuck true to his word. So
That's the way it's got to be, right?
So where did you go? What you do?
I went to, I think it's called Campgrounds of America.
You went camping?
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't know you went camping. Dude. You had a place, right?
Yeah, it was a
wasn't-
cabin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't camp?
Called a campground. So, but yeah, we had a cabin up there. It was me and 3 other people. We went up there for 3 days. We were up there by San Luis Obispo. So we went there for a day. And then we ended up going to Avila for another one of the days.
Nice.
And fuck, what else did we do?
Did you go?
Half of it was the fucking drive up there. So.
Did you go to Hearst Castle?
No, but I drove by it.
Can you get into that place? Is that like a tourist attraction?
Yeah. They have a little walkthrough, and that's where the dude from that does the Talking Dead, what's his name? Chris Hardwick. That's where him and his wife live, because his wife is part of the Hearst family.
Really?
Mm-hmm. She was the last in line, so that the castle's hers.
I've been there twice.
Yeah, I've been there a couple times.
I love seeing it up on the hill.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's dope.
So is it like a tour, or do you just walk around?
No, it's a tour. Yeah. You gotta.
Really?
They don't just let you in the castle. Whatever. Whenever you're ready to leave. So they walk you around, they show you, and they take you down. Like, they got this really cool. It's cool, but it's kind of creepy at the same time. The pool.
Which one? The indoor one?
Yeah, the indoor. It's
I love
downstairs.
that.
It's dope, dude. It's all tile, like mosaic tiles.
Yeah, mosaic.
And stuff. But it's kind of creepy at the same time. You know what I mean?
Just because it's sitting still, nothing's moving, no one's touched it in how long? Like,
and there's no noise down there. Like,
yeah.
you just, yeah.
And that's the Hearst family is the Patty Hearst.
Correct.
You know about that?
I
Seabass?
think so. I don't know. You'd have to tell me whatever story is related to that.
She was kidnapped, wasn't she? And brainwashed. And
Yeah, something like that.
she was kidnapped. I don't remember exactly. Some radical kind of.
And they
Like
had her
culty
doing
kinda thing?
They had her doing shit, right?
Yeah, she actually helped them rob banks and stuff because
Oh, shit.
apparently she was. What is that called when you kidnapped and?
Hey, you brainwashed.
No, but there's an actual word for it.
The CIA.
No, when you start to go along with it, and you're like,
Stockholm
okay,
Syndrome.
Yeah, that's what she went through.
there you go.
Yeah.
Look at Sebastian with the big old words. Our 50-year-old asses. We have the big old symbol on our forehead, just a little
It's
circle
just a
going
question
around.
mark.
So, as far as this cabin, you had to bring your own food. Did you guys eat out?
Yeah, we brought our own food. We cooked dinner every night.
Did you make anything special?
And not anything special, but like one of the girls, she's Portuguese partially, so she brought like linguiça, I think it's called, sausage.
Yeah.
That was really good. It's like a mild chorizo.
All right.
So I tried that. That was good. We had sandwiches the last night because everybody was fucking tired. And then we did hot dogs the first night and burgers the next night. So
Nice.
it was good.
Just something simple.
Yeah.
How are
It
you
was
like?
good.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just commenting on how good it was. That's all.
How are you about like when you're in a group and somebody, oh well, yeah, come over and we're gonna try Greek food. You're like, do you eat before you go? Because I know
Yeah.
you're a picky ass. Really?
Yeah, all the time.
And then you just kind of pick at what they give you.
Right.
What about you?
I'm the same way.
Yeah, but you were in on the linguiça?
Well, I couldn't. I had no choice this time because I'm out in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing I can fucking Uber Eats out to me. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
like fuck it. So
You could have gone fucking fishing right off the bank of the ocean. I don't know what kind
no,
of
we were a
fish.
little bit farther from the ocean than I thought we were.
Really?
I mean, it wasn't hours. It was probably like a half hour, but
Okay.
I mean, like that party I just went to a couple weekends ago, that birthday party.
Okay.
We ate before we went because we didn't know exactly what they were going to have. And they had, they had a layout. And
Right.
I was like, damn.
We should have waited.
Yeah.
You didn't take your to-go bag?
No.
Fucking Tony. How are your burgers yesterday?
because that makes you look like a piece of shit. Look, I ate before, but this food looks fucking bomb. So I'm gonna take some with me.
Oh, you don't tell people you ate before.
Yeah, you just, hey,
Well, no,
Anthony,
but
you want something
still.
to eat? I'm like, no, I'm good right now. Thank you.
Yeah. But you know what? Maybe I'll take me one of them and one of them home if you don't mind. Take me a plate.
They had a feast.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Really.
Yeah, we were gonna get together here, but with all the fucking wind and sand, ain't nobody was gonna be able to get in the pool anyway. So I was like, yeah, we can't do it here, dude, because my house is
Do
too
what?
small anyways. Easter.
Oh,
So we ended up doing it at my sister's house, and they do the white Easter, so we have ham and corn and mashed potatoes or potato salad, and, you know what I mean, which is cool. Don't get me wrong, you know what I mean. I was in the mood for something else, but
we go annually. We go to Las Casuelas brunch in Rancho Mirage.
okay.
Dude, we've been doing it 30-something years, 30, 31 at least, 32 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you go this year?
Yeah.
How was it? Has it ever failed you?
It's going downhill
Yeah.
because they don't have, it's not the traditional brunch anymore
Okay.
because they're not leaving the food out.
Okay.
Every year it's been kind of declining as far as how crowded it gets.
Right.
And this year was just like hardly anybody there.
Well, that one's not owned by the Casuelas family anymore, right?
I don't know.
Because
I don't know.
I think the only one that is owned by one of the family is the one downtown, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's you're ordering off the menu, which is cool. I mean, we'll still go, but it's just not the traditional brunch any longer.
Got you. What else did you do this weekend? Everything good? Anything fun? Anything out of the ordinary?
Yeah, a couple of things actually.
What was it? What happened?
My daughter came down Friday. My son came down Friday night.
Oh, so you had your kids in town?
Yeah, it's Easter. Come on, kid.
Nice. I don't know. My kids knew me. I didn't have them in town.
This might be the last one that's gonna be like this for a while, though.
Yeah.
Junior's leaving, so.
Right.
So they were here. Well, we went out to dinner. My daughter took us out to dinner Friday night.
Nice.
Yeah, it was real nice. We went to this spot called Johnny Bongos or something like that.
Okay.
Bongo Johnny's, maybe?
No, they haven't.
Downtown Palm Springs.
Never heard of it.
It was actually pretty sporty. It's on the second floor. But what tripped me out is they have these glasses. Okay? Drinking water.
Okay.
Now, it was messing me up until I figured it out. So I'm drinking water. And how do you know when you run out of water? So when you tip your glass and the ice comes shooting and hits you in the face,
right.
There's no more liquid in it. So I was taking a drink and nothing was coming out, but yet the ice was still at the bottom. And I was like, what the fuck? The inside of the glass tapered. So at the top of the glass, 3/4 to 2/3 of the glass was, let's say, a wide mouth.
Okay.
And then on the inside of the glass, it actually tapered in all the way around.
Okay.
Somehow that kept the ice from sliding down.
Really?
Dude, it was a trip. Literally, I actually sat there and turned the glass upside down on a table to see how far I can get before the ice would slip out. It eventually slipped out, but it was like that little ledge in there was keeping it in place. Dude, I was so impressed. I was like,
So you go back to the place just for the glasses?
Dog, I was trying to take one of them glasses home.
Why not?
Dude, it was impressive, though, I have to admit.
How was the food, though?
Food was good.
Yeah, what kind of food they serve? I've never heard of it.
They got burgers, they got sandwiches.
They sure it wasn't Tommy Bahamas?
I think it's in the Tommy Bahamas spot.
Where it used to be, you mean? Upstairs,
Yeah.
That upstairs in
Yeah.
that corner? Wow, that shit didn't last very long, did it?
No.
Wow. And what'd you say it was called?
Bongo Johnny's, I think.
Bongo Johnny's. All right.
It was good. It was real good.
Right on.
The music was great. The ambiance, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So check this out. We Are the World comes on.
Oh, wow.
So
You started singing, didn't you?
when the Michael Jackson's part came on,
Yeah.
come on, kid. And so we're explaining to my daughter what that song was all about. She thought it was the dumbest thing in the world. And we're trying to explain to her, yo, this ain't no internet times. This is,
Yeah.
they were trying to raise money for Africa, the famine and stuff like that. And then we were explaining to her the Hands Across America.
Right?
Dog. She's like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I'm like, why do you say that?
Wow.
It's like, I mean, if you remember, prisoners were willing to go to those places.
Right.
That they, the middle of the desert type deal where they couldn't find anybody to go. And she's
Shit,
like,
anywhere's better than jail. Shit.
that's true. But she was like, what's the point? And I was like, well, for the United States to accomplish something where from East Coast to West Coast, everybody's holding hands.
It was for the world to come together.
You see what I'm saying? And she's like, that's so dumb. I'm like, why do you say that? She goes, I said, like, at 10 o'clock, let's say 10 o'clock West Coast time would be 1 o'clock East Coast time. So everybody, at that particular time holds hands in a chain. And then she's like, okay, so what happens at 10:02? And I was like, well, I guess you're done. She's like, that's so stupid.
Yeah, from that perspective, I think from today that is, but back then,
Yeah, dude. I mean,
because
that
it was all MTV, right?
MTV, the news networks.
Yeah.
It's like,
All the artists that came out.
dude, that was a big deal.
How many people came in and sang on that song? We are the world. We are the children. Or the children are our future.
Dude, yeah, she was. And I was to explain to her also, I said, that was such a big hit that they tried to do it in like England. Remember the Christmas song? Do they know it's Christmas?
No.
Come on.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sing it, but yeah.
Come on.
They had a Christmas one in England. Same deal. Do they know it's Christmas?
Well, no, because they can't understand what the fuck you're saying.
Dog, they had Boy George, Wham, Sting from the Police, Duran Duran. You don't remember it?
I don't remember that at all.
Oh, that was a good song too. Real good.
Wow.
But yeah, she thought it was the dumbest thing in the world. She couldn't wrap her head around it.
I don't blame her, dude. I
Yeah, with technology today, you can do stuff. Why even bother doing stuff like that?
Right. Let's get everybody, let's Zoom across the world. They just fucking log on. What's the big deal? And then at 10:02, you log off.
Yeah, it's true.
That's the perspective she's coming from, right?
She called me.
Like, if you look at it from that perspective, do you think that they could pull some shit off like that today?
No, because the kids today don't care. Remember that concert too? That was trying to raise money?
Oh, yeah.
What was that called?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask me that.
And yet you didn't
That
come
one
prepared.
was for AIDS, though, right?
Oh,
They did
Live
one-
Aid.
What was it?
Live Aid, right?
Yeah.
Live Aid, yeah.
Yeah, with Queen.
They were one of the performers,
Yeah.
They're probably one of the biggest ones because
Madonna.
of Freddie Mercury. No,
Madonna was.
I'm going to stick with Queen.
Madonna.
I think Queen may have been bigger than Madonna at that point, though.
Well, yeah, but who was better to look at?
Thank you.
Freddie Mercury's teeth.
Yeah.
Guy was awful.
You can't say that, but okay.
Why? I'm just saying.
He's dead and was an icon.
So,
Hands across America.
so we kind of glossed over this
Yeah,
dude's
you.
little
Yeah,
vacation, man.
it's fine. I'm used to it by now. But if we want to circle back to it, we
We
can.
all want to. I got a question for you.
Shoot, Tony.
Been trying to ask you this for the last I don't know how long.
I don't remember you trying to ask me anything, but go ahead.
Well, it's because you weren't here.
The phone works just fine, but
Do you still have that $40 in your wallet, cash?
it's still 100.
Did I give him 100?
No,
No.
you gave me 40, but I upgraded.
Did I only give him 40 or I gave him
Yeah,
50?
no, you gave him 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you still got that cash in your wallet?
Mhm.
Have you actually used
Yeah,
it? And
and I put it back up to 100.
Good for you. And was it a situation like, oh shit, I'm glad I got this money because
Because I put the rest of it there myself. Yeah.
whatever you were trying to get, you wouldn't have been able to get because you didn't have the cash?
Well, I don't know if it was because I didn't have the cash, but
Like you didn't have cash on.
Yeah.
Not that you couldn't have used your card or whatever.
See what I'm saying? Did you think of me when you did it?
nope.
Like you said, I'm used to it.
Good.
Not going to give you that satisfaction, Tony.
That's
Not
good.
going to happen.
So what else did you do out there? Did you guys get drunk every night?
Oh yeah,
Did you?
yeah.
Drunk on what?
We took Kraken. They had already bought a big bottle, but thought that we weren't going to go through it, and we went through it on night one.
Damn.
So I bought 2 more of the small size bottles, and I came back with 1. But 2 of my friends were getting crossed every night, and it was fucking them up. I couldn't make jokes.
So it was Jake and his old lady,
Yeah.
and then the other girl that went.
Yes.
She's not a drinker. You said, right?
Oh God, no.
Hold on.
She
a
can
second.
drink 2 Mike's Hard Lemonades and be gone, and
Hold
she
on.
was.
I thought you said 3 people other than you went.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what.
A dude, a chick, and then another chick.
What?
No. Don't even try that shit.
What? Hold on. Rewind. A dude and his girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and you and another chick went to a cabin.
Yes.
Now let me ask this because I think this is what he's trying to put together in his
Yeah,
head.
go
on
ahead.
how to ask.
Let's spell it out.
Well, no. I just want to know. So is it? Obviously, it's a friendship because you're saying that nothing happened.
Yes.
So we'll start with that. But is it a friendship on your side or is it a friendship on her side?
On both sides.
So you're not. There's
No.
nothing
No.
for her at all.
No.
Can we ask why? She doesn't listen, right?
I don't care if she did listen or not.
Okay.
No,
You don't like her,
not like that.
but she's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you be
We wouldn't be friends if she wasn't cool, Tony.
Are you attracted to her at all? No.
No.
Because she's not your type, or because she's already just your friend?
We're just friends like that.
Okay.
There is a thing called friends with benefits.
Yeah, no. She's asexual. Which
You went to a
means
cabin with
without
Rosie
sex.
O'Donnell?
Which means without, like, she doesn't like physical, not attraction, but, like, physical, I don't even, like, she doesn't like the physical aspect of a relationship.
Right.
What? You look like you got questions.
But it's your duty
Oh.
to change that.
No, it's not my duty to change shit.
Is to help her overcome.
No.
'Cause
Stop.
that's what a good friend would do.
No,
Yes.
stop. She's not like that. It's not
She's
even
not a
funny
good
anymore.
friend?
It's not even funny anymore.
She's not a good friend?
She is a good friend.
So you
But
know-
it's not funny the way that you're talking about it right now. About trying to change her. That's not funny. She's cool. Let's just leave it at that.
I mean,
Thank you, Tony.
You just say we're being disrespectful.
Thank you, Tony. We're done. It's over.
How
Joke's
long
over.
have you known her?
Since junior year of high school. Well, I've known her probably since middle school, but she hated me in high school because I hung out with Jeremiah. To be completely fair,
Right.
Jeremiah was a piece of shit in high school. So she didn't like me because I hung out with him, but I think it was year 1 of the pandemic, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
Jake invited me to play games with them, and then one of him, her, and then one of their other friends, which is who I went up to Irvine with.
Oh, okay.
And we became friends that way. So
just really became friends over like the last year or so.
yeah,
Got it.
yeah.
Got it. All right. So she's better friends with Jake, or at least have known him longer.
Yeah.
Been in that circle longer.
Yeah, been friends with him longer.
All right.
So
Tony got questions.
Yeah.
He got shit to say.
you can ask off the mic. I'll answer it off the mic. I'm not going to air it out here.
I'm just saying, I was friends with my wife in high school.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
And you've been married 26 years now? Happily?
25.
25.
What you looking at me for?
How long did it take you to change it from friend to, hey, baby?
I wouldn't even.
Because we all just kind of, like, we were all basically in the same fucking circle. All of us.
Not what.
Everywhere we went, everybody was there because everybody was friends with everybody that was everybody. If that makes sense.
That's true. I didn't. Honestly, I don't know. I mean,
Better remember.
it was one of those things that we used to go to comedy. Well, I used to go to comedy, not her. Go to like the Comedy Haven,
Right.
all the time, stuff like that. And there was a club that opened up, and actually, we just spoke about this, and she didn't remember. Our first date, her and I, the Riviera, which is now Margaritaville,
Okay.
corner of Indian and Vistachino,
Okay.
they had a club in the back for a little while. So she actually asked me out to go to that club with her.
I knew she made the first move
How you know that?
because you ain't got
She
it in
wears
you.
the pants in your relationship?
Nah, because she tried to strap me down at that point. That's what it was. Because I didn't see her in that way. So she had to make the first move. We were just friends.
I didn't see her that way.
What part of Stop the Joke was hard to understand?
I'm telling you the truth. We were friends. And she
Yeah,
had
but you
to
looking
approach
at me sideways like that.
I'm
I know what
looking
you're
at
trying
your
to get
pops.
at.
What was that?
No.
I'm looking at his pops.
Oh.
So anyways, yeah, she approached, she called me up. She's like, hey, what are you doing tonight? And I was like, I'm going to the spot. And she's like, well, I'm going there too. You want to roll together? And I was like, she goes, I'll pick you up. And I was like, oh, cool. She's like, I'm going with a friend of mine and her boyfriend. So we'll swing by and pick you up. I was like,
Oh, she made you boyfriend that night.
she
You heard
tried
yourself-
to.
You heard yourself, right?
She tried to.
No, but you heard yourself, right?
What?
She said, I'm going with my friend and her boyfriend. So I figured, well, I'll just take my boyfriend too. Huh? She already
She tried
knew.
to make it a double date.
Yup, she already
And it was
knew.
a double date for that night.
Ooh.
But,
How long after the first date did it become a thing?
I don't know. That I don't remember.
No. But it wasn't like, so you guys didn't go out and like the next day you guys talked, or did you wait the 3 days, or was it several
I
days
don't-
before the next date?
No, saw her at school the next Monday.
Oh, okay. Oh, so this is still while school's going on.
Yeah.
College.
Was it? No, it is high school.
High school?
Yeah.
Were you guys dating in high school?
Yeah. Dog, I show you the homecoming dance photos. I show you the Christmas dance photos. I show
Black
you the
and white.
prom photos.
Chipped in a rock?
And a what?
Chipped in a rock? Ding, ding, ding. Chiseled into a rock?
I'll show you the graduation photos.
I think I remember. I think it was senior year, right?
In all actuality, I think it was the summertime. Now that I think about it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was summertime before we went into senior year.
I asked because, like, with his mom, we went out, and so I met her. I was sitting in a coffee shop with a friend of mine, and I saw her walk in, and she like her size 0 waist, little thin white girl, long blonde hair. And I looked at my boy that I was sitting with. I said, "I'm gonna marry that girl right there." He said, "Shut up." I said, "Watch this. I'm gonna marry her." And then within 20, 30 minutes, her and her friend were sitting at the table, and her friend was trying to was giving me rhythm, not her, but I was just kind of and talking to her, right? Well, we ended up going back to her place, the 4 of us, and we bullshitted all night till about 3 o'clock. I said, "Hey, dude, I gotta be up in 2 hours. I gotta go." I said, "I gotta be on the air in a couple hours." I said, "But give me your number." I said, "Well, we'll talk." She said, "Okay." So she gave me her number, and then the next day, I called her when I got off the air. I was sitting around. It's like, "Hey, let's go out tonight." I said, "All right, cool." I said, "You got to pick me up, though, because I don't have a car." She said, "Okay." Dude, we went out for tacos. I said, "Hey, you want to go watch a movie? What do you want to do?" "No, I'd rather just go hang out. Let's go back to your place and hang out." Like, all right, I know what's up.
Oh, you told this story because you had blow up furniture.
Yeah, and we stayed together for 9 years. After that, 8 years.
Blow up furniture. In all actuality, now that I remember, I don't think I had a car at that time either, and I had to call Rick and James because the 3 of us would always go to the club.
Right.
And I was like, "Yo, I got a date tonight. You ain't got to pick me up." And they're like, "She got friends?" I was like, "I don't know, but I'll let you know. You'll know when I know."
That's hilarious. Hey, you ain't got to swoop through. Girl coming through. What? That was like your status call, right? "Hey, dog, don't even worry about coming to get me." "Why? What's up?" "Girl coming through." What? So let me shift gears real quick. You got to see a lot of crazy shit driving around. Like weird shit, right?
Dog, I picked him up. I apologize a million times. We ain't got to go through that no more.
Besides your hitchhiker. I mean, like you don't see like crazy shit out on the streets?
Nothing's ringing a bell at the moment.
No? I had a guy come in today to make a payment, and this motherfucker walked in eating a fucking cucumber. Not a pickle. It wasn't peeled. It didn't have like lemon and tahini or anything. He would just say,
He didn't have salt?
no, he was. I was like, God, like, and you could hear like it was a crunchy cucumber. Now, here's the fucked up part, because I was thinking, damn, that cucumber look good. You could smell them when they're fresh, and they just smell like water, right? Like a sweet, sweet water. And I got damn, I'm about to go get me a cucumber at lunch.
And like my old lady, she's really big on cucumber drinks.
Oh yeah.
Cucumber lemonade, cucumber margarita.
Cucumber lemonade?
Yeah, dog.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
When she makes it, I mean, I don't drink it because I don't like it, but
That sounds about right.
in the summertime, she'll make a big picture of that. And shit.
Summertime.
It's
Look, I could see like cucumber in, like, I like cucumber in water because it softens that chlorine or whatever that taste is that's in the water. You know what I mean?
Why are you drinking chlorinated water?
Well, the unfiltered water that comes out of that tap, it's got that funny taste to it.
Dang, that's water.
We got fridge water.
Tripping. Both of y'all tripping.
We got
Mind your
fridge
business.
water that's filtered. Quit being a heathen.
But I still like it I'd still rather have. But I just thought it was strange that somebody's walking around just eating. He didn't have no napkin, no nothing.
He probably picked that shit up from the field he was working and walked in.
Manuel
Didn't even wash it off.
Our buddy Manuel tried to convince me to eat water, like eat a cucumber a day.
That sounds like something
to make
Manuel
me
would
more
do.
regular.
Okay,
And
this is where we're at now.
that didn't work. I ate half a cucumber a day.
That's the problem.
Take it
You
with me
weren't
at work.
eating the full thing.
You're better
And
off
how many
eat-
days did you try it?
For like a month.
Oh shit! Okay.
Really?
Yeah. And that might be one of the other reasons why I had my condition, because I was putting
Salt all
garlic
over.
salt and red pepper flakes.
Well, that's why it was fucking. You're just supposed to eat it the way
It's still a cucumber.
Yeah, but now when you add all that other shit on it.
It's like frying a potato.
Yeah, once you
French
fry
frying
it,
a potato, it's
Potato
no
ain't
longer
good
healthy.
for you.
Sure it is.
That's got too much starch in it. You tripping?
No, you tripping.
Depends on how you wash it. If you wash it. Do you ever wash your potatoes after you peel them?
Yep.
Bullshit.
After? Yeah.
You don't wash it before. Well, yeah, you do before you peel it. Before you even skin it. Do you wash it after you peel it?
Yep.
I don't buy that for 1 second.
Because it's being washed during the peeling.
No.
In my house, it is.
So you
How?
peel it and wash it at the same time?
Yes, in the sink.
I call bullshit.
No, you're supposed to let it sit in the water.
What
And
are
then
you
you
guys
drain the
making?
water
to
out.
draw,
Hold on a
to
second.
draw out
Hold
the
on a
starch.
second. Hold, time out.
Yeah?
This is coming from the guys that got Uber Eats showing up to this crib at least 3 times a day.
I know how to cook.
Stop
I'm just
tripping.
I know how to cook. I'm
Y'all
just a
ain't
lazy
gonna
fuck.
tell me about cooking.
Oh, I
Because
know
you
how-
guys...
Oh, I know how to cook.
We know how to cook. We're just too lazy to do it.
Exactly.
And by the time we get out this room, it's like,
Yeah.
That's why you should
No
eat
one's cooking
before you
anything.
go
Oh.
into this room.
yeah, but usually I'm not home early enough to jump on and do that.
And we can't fucking gauge when you're going to get here because you're either way too fucking early or way too late.
He right about that.
Hey, pimps don't keep a schedule.
Sure they do.
No, they don't.
And you're not a pimp
The
anymore.
Bullshit.
Shit.
Bitch better have my money at 8 o'clock,
When I come
at
around.
10 o'clock,
No, see?
and 12
The,
o'clock.
the
When
first
I
time
come
you went
around.
to the first time you went to
Uh-oh.
that date, you lost your pimp card.
Right? When you had to call around and stop all your rides because you
Yeah.
had a date. That's hilarious. Holy shit. So you never seen anybody walking around eating no strange shit like that?
No, I wouldn't say no. I don't think so.
You got to see strange
trying-
shit at your job.
Dude, okay, so you know where my store's at, right?
Yes.
The one that's right there by the bus station.
I'll take your word for it.
So yeah, there's a bus station right there. We get so many homeless people. Do you know how many times I've had to kick people out for doing meth in my bathroom?
No way.
Meth and heroin. Somebody hotboxed the men's room once. They found a dead guy in the men's room 3 years ago.
Wow.
Wow.
So yeah, because of this job, I know what heroin looks like
I'm surprised.
and
that
smells
there's-
like.
I'm surprised there's not more heroin deaths in your guys' bathrooms.
Yeah,
Only because lately, especially lately, there's been a lot of
Damn.
fentanyl added to
a lot of shit.
the heroin, and there was a wave of people dying because of that shit.
It's not that I don't see a lot of people eating anything because it's a restaurant. They usually come in for the food. But like I said, the amount of homeless people that I get is crazy.
Do they come and ask you like for a cup of water?
Well, I had one guy I was walking out. I had clocked out, but I was walking by the register, and some homeless guy, he's carrying 3 bags on this arm, a backpack, and he's got a Polar Pop that was just ice. And he asked me, can I get 4 quarters for this dog? Whatever, dude. So gave him the 4 quarters and sent him on his way. I have another homeless guy who comes in every morning and gets a coffee and sits at a table. I know he's homeless because he's wearing the same clothes every day I've seen him for the past 3 months.
Does he pay for the coffee?
Sometimes I'll notice that he just grabs the cup and gets coffee. Like, whatever, dude.
And is it company policy that you can't kick him out and all that kind of good stuff?
Well, for the most part, he does pay, so I can't kick him out. Because I don't know if somebody else is giving him a discount on the coffee or if they're making it free for him. Because they tell us that we can do that. If you see somebody coming in every all the time, you recognize them, they pay a lot, you know what I mean? That we can comp them every once in a while. So I don't know if that's what's happening.
The
but
drugs in the bathroom. Do customers tell you this, or do you see somebody go in there and you wait too long?
we
and you're
notice.
Like, really?
Yeah, it's the same 3 people that'll go in and they do shit. So it's like I'll be in the back and someone will come running up to me. Hey, they just walked into the bathroom. It's like, hey, you know the drill. Give them 5 minutes. If they don't come out within 5 minutes, go kick them out.
Oh, so they got to be quick with their cooking.
Oh yeah,
Fuck.
I let them at least start, and I'll catch them in the middle of catch them in the middle of their high.
Heroin seems like a lot of work to do though, and you got to shoot it up.
Man.
Oh no, it's been someone heated it up in a tinfoil, in a bowl of tinfoil once. That's how I knew what it looked like. Is because it was in a thing of tinfoil sitting right there on the top of the garbage can.
Yeah, but then they got to put like some sort of like steel wool or something in it to, or like a little cotton ball to keep all the shit out of the syringe when they soak up the juice. Because what they do is they make their bowl, right? Then they put the heroin in there, and then they put the other little cloth on top of it, and they burn it with a little bit of spit to liquefy it. And then once it's liquefied, then they suck it in with a needle. But they suck it in through whatever cotton or whatever they put on it, so that it keeps all the debris out of the syringe. Or so I've been told.
Yeah.
Well, you know how you just mentioned all these fentanyl deaths?
Right.
Let me ask you a question. When somebody buys cocaine, heroin, whatever,
Yeah.
and it's laced with fentanyl, and they die from it, you consider that an overdose, or do you consider them being poisoned?
That's poison. And it's really a slippery slope. Now, if somebody said, "Hey, let me get some cocaine from you," cool. Hey, we put a little fentanyl in it. That's cool. I'm good.
That's
with
an
it.
overdose.
That's an
They
overdose.
willingly took it.
But if somebody sells you cocaine that's got fentanyl in it and you don't know, and you take it, because I don't know, have you ever done cocaine?
No.
So, cocaine is like, it's like it's the rich man's speed, right?
Okay.
So you'll do a line, and you'll be sitting there talking, and you start feeling mighty fine, and it could be like 10 minutes. Hey, let's do another one. And okay, and then you go right back to bumping your gums, talking and blah, blah. Hey, let's do another one. And next thing you know, you're fucking half an 8 ball in. You know what I mean?
6 miles down the road from your line.
Right.
See, but in the news stories,
Come on.
when they say somebody died from fentanyl, they always say they were overdosed. They overdosed because they had fentanyl.
Right.
And I'm with you, because I heard it from a different perspective. I heard it from an actual parent. They did a news story, and she was like, "Don't say my son overdosed. He wasn't right, and he shouldn't have bought this cocaine, but he was poisoned."
Right.
And I'm thinking to myself, where are you coming from on this? And she says, if you were in a restaurant and something was in your food causing you to die, and you didn't ask for it, you purchased
know it was in there.
Your death would be from poisoning. That's what happened to my son.
Right.
And I was like, wow, I didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah. Absolutely. But like I said, that's a slippery slope, because you're buying something you don't know what the fuck's in the cocaine anyways. I mean, there's gas, there's fucking what is it? Enfamil, there's the other fucking the baby laxative. That's why your shit go numb. And there's so many different shits that they put in it to cut it up. By the time you get it, you don't know what's in it. You don't know how they've stepped on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean.
So if they add fentanyl and you buy it, that's the slippery slope. You're buying a drug. It's an illegal drug either way. And fentanyl is just an opioid. Same shit, right?
So what is it when they're cutting it with the fentanyl? Are they just accidentally putting too much?
Yeah, fentanyl is very, very strong. It doesn't take very much to fucking. I'm telling you, dude. Right before my dad passed away, he was on hospice and they had given him morphine, and the morphine wasn't cutting the pain. So they said, well, we'll send somebody by. He's supposed to have another shot of morphine in about an hour, but we'll give him fentanyl. We'll give him a fentanyl patch because it's absorbed through the skin. Now, fentanyl, you don't have to absorb it. You don't have to taste it. You don't have to. If you come in contact with it, you're fucked, right? So, obviously, when they put the patch on there, it's a dosage that won't fucking kill you, but it's a very strong pain medication. Well, the dumb fuck that came to put it on my dad took his gloves off prior to applying the patch. So he was touching the fentanyl. And he put it on my dad's back and blah, blah, and he stood there and he grabbed his fucking, shit you not, bro. Put it on my dad's back. All right, cool. Pulled the blanket over him. And he stood there, grabbed his pad and with his pen, and he just sat there like this. Staring at his pad, didn't say a fucking word, and he was stuck. Hey, dude, you all right? Huh? Oh, yeah. Just got to make some notes and then I'll go. You know what? I'll do the notes in the car. And he put his shit away, and he tried walking out, and he just walked out of the bedroom, like where my parents' bedroom was at my sister's house. You walk out, take a left, and the door's right there. He came out the bedroom door, and he was lost. And he was like looking around, and you just take a left. And the dude was like, yeah, I'm going to go. Dude sat in his car for about 45 minutes out front before he left. And we told him, hey, dude, are you okay? Do you want to sit down for a little while? We noticed that you don't have gloves on. You might have touched that stuff. No, I'll be all right. I'm just going to sit in my car for a little bit. I'm like, holy shit, dude. Like, that shit it's quick. And it's super, super strong.
No wonder why they're addicts for it.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's got to dump you into whatever euphoria you want really quick. You know what I mean? And I have to believe that it wasn't meant to be cooked and put in through your vein. You know what I mean? That's always been like the weird part about those kind of drugs. Even cocaine, like I've said it before. It's a great time, right? The 80s were great. 80s and 90s, early 2000s.
Damn.
I wouldn't do it that long. More like the 90s. Yeah, late 90s. But anyways, even after it, I was like, how fucking dumb was I? Like, you're putting something foreign into your body that you don't know who's making it. Just like meth. Meth has always been the one that gets me because it's created out in the cut, and you always see the pictures and there's some sort of fucking redneck with rubber gloves on and no shirt. They got caught making fucking meth. And you're thinking, something tells me that fucker's not a scientist.
He got the recipe, though.
Yeah, but, he's still not a scientist. Like... and then you watch the movie Breaking Bad, right? Or the TV show. And the motherfucker he cleaned everything like he was meticulous. Now that's a different kind of, and that's why his shit was so good and why everybody wanted it, right? But you gotta think these guys that are cooking out in these fucking labs out here, like in Sky Valley and out in the cut where it's windy, bro, I'm sure their places don't look clean like that. You know what I mean?
I remember one episode in Breaking Bad. They were cooking something in a bathtub, and it ate through the bathtub.
Yeah.
And he was like, I think it was his who turned out to be his sidekick,
right,
was a student of his,
right. And
he's like, didn't you learn anything from my class? You gotta use this certain kind of a tub when you're mixing these chemicals, and it won't. I was like, wow, look at that,
crazy, right? Like, you got to know, okay, oh, shit, I put too much of that. Well, you're going to have to add a little bit of this. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, who's around? I mean, fucking, what's his name's not around helping all these people that are cooking meth everywhere. Or who created fucking, what's the other one that was Molly? That's a fucking... Well, have you ever taken Molly?
I've never done drugs. I smoked a little weed, and that was it.
Wink at me if you've taken Molly and you don't want to tell anybody.
I've never done any drugs.
I don't know if you're blinking. Yeah, right. I'm confused with it. One's for yes and two for no.
Well, I mean, I've never done acid, but they say they put it on a little
tab, yeah,
little tab. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, what is it? A liquid they just pour on the paper?
Yeah, they just boop, boop, boop. And you could take liquid. You can have liquid acid in liquid form. And you take like a drop or two. I don't even know how much. I don't know what it is, what's safe or what you're supposed to take. Mm-hmm. But you could take like the paper and you put it like under your tongue and it dissolves like those fucking Listerine tabs. You know what I mean? I've never taken it either. I've never been interested in taking it actually. The same with Molly. Because Molly, and the same with, I think, acid, it speeds up your heart rate and all your shit. So your internal heat, like people that take like the Molly and they go to these fucking raves. That's why there are always so many people that get sick because their bodies overheat because they're just fucking out there dancing like crazy. And then this drug is driving their heartbeat crazy. So they're double overheating and they're not drinking anything and they're not cooling down. And they woo, woo.
Like all these kids at Coachella.
Mm-hmm. Shit, they're dying with the dust from this last weekend. Shit.
Dude, my niece's boyfriend.
And niece's boyfriend. Okay.
He used to, and he still dabbles in paparazziism.
All right.
And I mean, he used to like drive to LA every weekend and go to these restaurants and
Stake all these places out.
And he'll sell his pictures. It's a trip. How, there's an actual website where all these paparazzis upload their pictures, and if news organizations or entertainment organizations like a picture, they'll actually pick it and run it and pay. And they have to pay for it, and that's how they get paid. So he decided to dabble in it this weekend with Coachella. Actually, let me rephrase, not Coachella. The before and after parties.
Oh, wow.
During Coachella. Dog, I had no clue on some of the things he was telling me. Like these parties. I know I'm showing my age. I just assumed these VIP people,
right,
very important people, go to Coachella, have a great time, go home, and do it again the next day. Or go to wherever they're renting a house at.
Oh, no, these motherfuckers go hard while they're here.
Dog!
Bro. They go hard.
He was telling me Saturday night he went to Neon Carnival. I'm like, what's Neon Carnival?
That's what the fuck's that?
Dog. Exclusive party at the Thermal Airport.
What?
I didn't even know Thermal had an airport.
Well, I knew Thermal had an airport, but I didn't know anybody gave a fuck about it.
Dude.
I thought that was just for like crop dusters.
Dog. Ferris wheels, carnival games.
Really?
And cream of the crop are only allowed to get in there. So he's like out front taking pictures of the people going in.
Right.
Dude. Crazy. He said he was out there till 6 in the morning. Like the party, I guess, shuts down like at 4 or 5 in the morning. And by the time all the traffic and everything, it takes him about another hour and a half, 2 hours to get out of there.
Wow.
Dude, and he showed me some of the pictures. I was like, I couldn't believe it. There's a video. He hasn't told me where he's uploaded it yet. That cat, Jared Leto.
Yeah.
He was leaving. And I guess there's like sheriffs and stuff there. And it's in the video, like I guess Jared Leto told, as he's walking by them, he tells them, thank you for your service, that type of deal. And, they're yelling at him, Jared, look over here, trying to take pictures of him and stuff.
Right.
And you could hear my niece's boyfriend say, Jared, why don't you go take a picture with them? And sure enough, dude, he like, okay. He walks over there. He's standing with these sheriffs, taking pictures. The sheriff starts taking selfies with him.
Oh, that's a trip,
I was
dude.
like, wow. So that's one part. That was on Saturday night.
Okay.
I mean, it starts after Coachella. He's got pictures of Leonardo DiCaprio going in there, but he's got like his cap down. He had a mask on.
Right.
He was telling me about another party he went to either Friday morning or Saturday morning. Windy Point.
Really?
Dog, there's a place called Lazy C Ranch. C as in the letter C.
Okay.
There's a humongous ranch behind that neighborhood at Windy Point.
Really?
Dog. What you're asking, your facial expression is exactly what I'm telling this guy. He's like, you didn't know about this? I'm like, no. I looked it up. Sure enough, you could have a wedding there. You could have it's Lazy C Ranch.
And it's behind Windy Point?
You go into Windy Point's neighborhood, and you just drive, I guess, on the back street all the way to the back. And he's showing me these pictures, and I'm like, I had no idea this place even existed.
First I ever heard of it.
Dude, that rapper Tyga,
right,
was DJing for part of the party.
Holy
He's got
shit.
pictures of him. I'm like, what?
Wow. Well, I guess Snoop comes down every year and he does a big party out here too. I don't know if he's doing it this year or if he's waiting until the second weekend or whatever. But apparently he does a big party out here every year too.
It's crazy.
And they spend big money on these fucking places because they go into like the resorts and all these big places, and they spend big money on these houses that they rent and just throw fucking massive parties, dude.
I understand there's like, I know a pool guy who says he's done work at this mansion in Thermal.
Okay.
It's like some sort of gigantic pool that has, it's a house, it's a mansion.
Okay.
Lazy river, all this. I mean, he was telling me how he had to fix some lights over there. The pool's probably he was telling me he's got like 30 lights.
Holy shit.
I'm like, you're crazy. That's crazy. He's like, this house is humongous. I guess they rent it out for Coachella.
Wow.
I'm like, man, I had no clue.
How much you think they rent it out for?
I have no idea. Dude, it's got to be dollars. Because some of the houses that I do, they rent it for Coachella weekend, $8,000.
Wow.
For the weekend.
Fuck. How fucked up do they leave the pools when they leave? So like Coachella Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? So you start cleaning up their shit on Monday?
Yeah, I do pools on Monday and then Tuesday as well.
Okay.
Today wasn't. I didn't really find anything that bad, but they had messed with like remote controls, messed things up with schedules.
Okay.
I had a couple of heaters that went out for whatever reason. Not that they did anything.
Right.
However, I'd say 8 years ago, this is the only one I'll remember. And for the most part, these kids are cool. I hate to be calling them cool kids because they're like in their mid-20s.
Right.
But they're all cool. You go back there, they offer you drinks, they tell you how you're doing, because they're just here to have a good time.
Right.
They don't care what the pool looks like. They'll jump in it. The only reason I say that is because I showed up on a Monday once, and one of the pools was green. Green as grass.
Okay.
And they were still in that motherfucker.
Really?
Swimming. Chilling.
Wow. Well, it's probably no greener than what was coming out of their pee-pee at that point. You know what I mean? Just saying.
Jesus. Now there's a visual.
Right?
But dude, all these back channels for parties and stuff, I had no idea it was like that.
Crazy.
Again, I just assumed they party during the day, maybe at the fairgrounds, because they got their VIP sections with their motorhomes. Go to the concerts.
Now let's talk about this for a minute.
I got invited to a Coachella after party. It was supposed to be tonight.
How was it?
I was supposed to be tonight, but I'm here doing this.
I would have canceled.
Shh, you wouldn't have caught me here.
Right?
How old are you?
17.
22.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I'd have been all up in that motherfucker.
Yep. You're showing your age.
Yep.
Man.
My mental age.
What were you going to say?
I don't even know now. I'm disappointed.
Again, I'm used to it. Thanks.
After parties, Coachella.
After parties, Coachella. Yeah. So let's think about it differently, because these people don't live here, so they come. They go to Coachella during the day, hottest part of the day, probably go like 2-3 o'clock, right? And start drinking. And they're probably not drinking any kind of water or anything like that. They just, fuck it, bro, back home, I can drink. I'm cool. Do they even talk like that anymore?
No.
No. I can tell you from experience this weekend, no, they don't.
So,
it's close.
Right? Wow. So they're out there fucking drinking and partying, doing drugs and all their bullshit during the day at Coachella, right? Fuck, bro, we still got to go to that party. So then they go home, they shower, and they go to the fucking party?
Oh, they don't go home.
They just go straight to the party?
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Because traffic, dog, you're not coming all the way back to Palm Springs, for example, to shower, just to go all the way back there.
Mm.
And
everybody else is going to be like that anyway, right?
And, it's really, I'll say the rookies go during the day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, especially like the younger
or the
rookies.
locals?
Yeah, kind of. But like the places that I rented, they're there. They don't leave until like 7.
Because I was thinking, how the fuck do you do that? Like, because
Come on, player. In our 20s,
yeah. Well, that's what I was going to go to next. Because I remember going out to, we'd go out to the river for a car show, and we'd get there Friday. The car show was Saturday morning. We'd stay up all night fucking drinking Friday night, go to sleep like at 3, wake up at 5, go wash your car and get it cleaned and ready for the car show. I remember one time, bro, I was so fucking sick, Tony. I'm washing the car and I leaned forward to wipe off the tire and the rim. Dude, and as soon as my head flooded with blood, I fell forward. I landed on my fucking forehead because he just fucking took me out. Like, fuck, dude.
well, we used to go to San Felipe, drive there. So we leave Thursday night, like at 9 o'clock at night. And it'd take us, 2 hours to get to the border, and then maybe 2 hours into Mexico. So that's like 4 hours. We get there like at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Right?
Set up camp.
And just get to drinking.
Just get to drinking. That first night, lucky if you get an hour's sleep, because we always stayed at this place that it was I wouldn't call them a bungalow, but it's 4 pillars and a floor with a palapa on top.
Okay.
And that's it. So you two walk upstairs and you're sleeping on the floor. You put your air mattresses and stuff like that.
And that was it.
And that was it.
You slept in the open.
Yep.
Holy
A
shit.
gazebo.
So, yeah, exactly.
A 2-story gazebo?
And
Jesus Christ.
as soon as that sun came up, you were up. You couldn't sleep through that because it was warm. It was getting hot. And that was, again, then you're up all day. You're out partying. You get back, let's say 3 in the morning. Do it all over again.
Yep.
3 or 4 days.
Them were the days, boy.
Yes, they were.
I can't even get drunk anymore. Like, not like I drink so much. It's just like I start drinking, and after a while, I'm just kind of like, man, there's too much sugar in my system. I got to fucking stop. I get a fucking headache while drinking. Like, holy shit. But yeah, dude, it's totally different. I don't know. But I'd be fucking down to try it, though. One fucking Coachella Fest. Go party during the day and go party all night till 6 in the morning. I'm gonna need like a month's vacation just to recoup.
But back to that again. You knew Thermal had an airport?
Yeah,
What kind of planes go into Thermal?
just the crop dusters or people that like puddle jump from Vegas to there. Like the people that own all the farms out there have their planes, so they fly to Vegas or Arizona or wherever they're going into Mexico.
I'll be totally honest with you. I didn't think Thermal had it like that.
Yeah, it's a up and coming city. I mean,
Really? Going to it's been years since I've gone down 86 and all those places.
I've never been there. I've never been to Thermal.
Oh, I've driven through it because I do remember like thermal signs and stuff like that.
Right.
But I just don't remember it being a real city.
Well, it is now. They had a bunch of big developments out there, and pretty big, nice houses now. But they're all up against like fields and shit. You know what I mean?
Well, and then this Lazy Sea Ranch, dude, I kind of looked at it on the map. It's tucked right against the mountain. And their website, it's like big weddings are being held there.
Really?
And stuff. I mean, obviously it says ranch, so it's got to be pretty big.
All this fucking time, dude. No idea, no clue. And now I want to drive to Thermal just to see the airport. I mean, I know there's one there. I know it's there, but I want to go see Thermal.
I'm pretty sure, like, later on, Google or whatever, Neon Carnival.
You know,
And, dude, it's like, what the hell is this?
why don't they do it at the fucking Bermuda Dunes fucking airport? You know they have one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen that one. But that obviously Thermal, way out there. Oh, and he was telling me, dude, it's gangster. Paparazzis are gangster. He says he took his dad with him. So him and his dad were out there like 11 to 5 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
And he was like, I had my dad watching my back. I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, dude, like all the people taking pictures. And he said there was only like 5, maybe 6 paparazzis there. You got to be careful because when you're in a group, because they kind of want you in the same area.
Right.
So security can keep an eye on you type deal. And when you're taking pictures, he's like, you got to learn your elbows got to be at your sides. You can't like extend them.
Right.
Because your elbow could be in somebody else's shot that's standing next to you. He goes, and they take that shit serious. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, dude, they'll smash your lenses because you're messing up their shots. If you got like a cord that goes from your camera to, let's say, a flash, they'll cut that shit. I'm like, are you being serious?
Wow.
He said, dude, they'll slash your tires because they get pissed off at you.
Well, that's a cutthroat business, right?
That's exactly what he was saying. He goes, and they do that for a living. You know, he goes, I do it on the side. I like it. It's fun, and I get paid for it sometimes. So he's like, I like doing it. But it's a living for them. So they take it serious.
Wow. Some of them paparazzis are too fucking much, though, dude. They take that. You're right. They take that shit way too serious. Like, I get it's your fucking paycheck, but they're still fucking people, man. Like, fucking back up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, he was saying that, you know, for example, at this party, he says, they all collectively waited for them to be walking to the party. Because he says if you were like at the cars where they start getting out and start taking the pictures there, they don't like that shit.
Right.
You know, because they purposely, the famous people, you know, they get the car out. And when they get out of the car, they fix themselves up because they know they're going to be photographed.
Right.
So they were letting them do that. So by the time they walked up, they were
legit,
ready and stuff like that.
Jesus. Well, but that, you know, Jared Leto and fucking what's his name were there. We could go hang, dude. That's our age group. Like, fuck.
Can't we get a media pass?
Yeah, we should be able to. We should try next year.
No media was allowed in that party.
Well, but even to get into the fest, Coachella Fest. You know what I mean?
Word up.
Your wife can't go because she's not part of the media. But me and you go hang out all day long if you want.
And then my niece, she had brought, for Easter yesterday, she had brought their new Ciroc, you know, the vodka.
Yeah.
They have their version of the hard seltzer type deals.
Yeah.
First of all, they're pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. They're very good.
Okay.
It's not as fizzy. Really good. But they're very expensive, she was saying. Unfortunately.
Okay.
Because that would be my go-to, but nah, they cost too much. Like a 4-pack is like $16.
Yeah, but that'll do you in though, right? Like a vodka's whatever the fuck you called it.
The flavors are like vodka, pineapple, vodka, whatever. It was tasty.
I don't like the seltzer, and I don't like the seltzer drinks. They're too tart for me. They're like, eh.
There's a new one that's my go-to now because I went from the Trulies.
Yeah.
And now I got a new one now.
What?
Malibu Splash. Malibu rum.
Okay.
It's actually really good. It's like, because Malibu rum's coconut.
Right.
So it's like a coconut strawberry, coconut pineapple. It's actually pretty good.
All right. And it's not as tart as the rest of them?
No.
Okay.
And it's not as fizzy. So it's actually really good.
All right.
But the reason why I mentioned this Ciroc is because I went to one of the pools today. And as soon as I walked in, there was, you know, little tables, little side tables for your patio furniture.
Yeah.
There was one set up right by the pool. And it had like 3 bottles of the Ciroc, the actual vodka.
Right.
3 different flavors. And then it had 2 of those cans right next to it. And I was like, oh, wow. I mean, it was set up like... And they weren't opened or anything. And then I looked over to the barbecue area.
You took them, didn't you?
No.
Oh.
I looked over at the barbecue area, and there was another setup with like 6 bottles and like 4 cans.
So was it a Ciroc party?
Well, when I turned the corner, somebody says hello, and I got kind of startled, and it was just some chick sitting at underneath the patio. And I was like, oh, good morning. You know, da-da-da. We're chopping it up a little bit. Asked her if she had a good time at the festival. She said she did. And I said, my niece I actually tried these drinks yesterday, the cans. And she's like, oh, did you like it? I was like, yeah, they were actually pretty good. So she goes, I'm pretty sure you can have a couple of these bottles. We got plenty inside. I was like, oh, okay. You know, thank you. Then, you know, I started my work. So I went out of view again because I had to go to the equipment to work on something.
Right.
And I heard someone else talking to her. So when I came back around to the pool,
It was Diddy.
no, it was another girl, and she looked at me dead in the eye. She was like, "You could have one bottle." Like that, kid. Exactly.
Really? God.
And I was like, all right, thanks. I mean, I didn't take any.
Right.
Because I was like, you know.
Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. And so as I was leaving, one of the managers for the rental company that actually rented the house was out front. And he goes, it was like 10:30, and he was like, these people got to get out of here. Were they back there? And I said, yeah. He goes, how were they? I was like, they're fine. They're just chilling in the backyard. He's like, they were supposed to be out at 10, and I got to get, because there's somebody checking in. We got to turn the house. And I'm thinking to myself, that ain't my problem.
Right.
You know? He's like, well, I went into the front yard, and they had all these bottles of alcohol. I said, yeah, they got some bottles back there. It's a brand called Ciroc. He goes, yeah, I think they were taking photos of it because there's cameras around the front of the property. And it was going off all night, the whole weekend.
Oh,
and
shit.
they saw like a lot of people with cameras and stuff. So he thinks that Ciroc had something to do with renting the house, and they were taking photos for publication as the promotions.
Wow.
But the house wasn't nice enough for Diddy to be there, if you know what I mean.
Right.
It wasn't that kind of a house. But it did have something to do with that company, I think.
But it was still I mean, it wasn't like, you know, they weren't walking into fucking my house like it was a fucking.
Yeah, it was a nice house in Palm Springs, don't get me wrong. But it wasn't where a star would be.
Really?
Sure, yeah. Not this house.
Not surprising that Ciroc would do that.
Yeah,
Maybe they came in too late to the party.
that's true.
Or maybe it's an advertising company that's trying to get their business doing shit.
Yeah, it's probably like a distribution company or something.
Yeah, that would make sense.
But again, they had different flavors. I was like, oh, that's a nice little setup. And when she was like, oh, we got plenty, we'll probably give you some. I was like, oh, cool, thanks. And then old girl looked me dead in the face. You could have one. I'm like, this bitch.
Wow, was she like an older woman?
No, late 20s.
Really?
Yeah.
Just snotty like that. Just
Yeah, it was. And I was thinking to myself, first girl probably shouldn't have offered.
right.
I told the pool guy he could have some of these bottles. You think he could have some? And she was probably like, are you crazy?
Right. We got to get these back to Ciroc.
That's coming out of your end.
Right? Nah, bitch, we got to take these back to fucking Bevmo right now. The manager's waiting out front for us to leave. Fuck, that would have been one less bottle they had to pack. Why they being bitches for? What's the worst you've ever seen a house left after the festival?
I do Frank Sinatra's house in Palm Springs,
Okay.
and this is probably a good 10 years ago, maybe 12. They had a rager there. I'm talking a rager, to where they videotaped it and put it on YouTube.
Oh,
And the
shit.
video was called "Party at Frank Sinatra's House." I don't know if it's still up, because like I said, it was 12 years ago. It might still be there.
Yeah, probably.
Paris Hilton was there dancing on the fireplace. Possibly was her homegirl at the time, Nicole Richie.
Okay.
The pool had a green tint to it, but it was real hazy. It wasn't clear.
Right.
So I must have dumped, at the time, initially, let's say $50 worth of chemicals.
Oh, shit.
Came back the next day to check on it.
Still
Another
green?
$50.
Wow.
Came back the day after that. Another $50. I had to call somebody, an old timer, and I explained to him what was going on, and he was like, "You're better off just draining it and filling it back up." I was like, "You serious?" He goes, "The amount of money you're trying to bring it back with, you just drain it and start all over again." I was like, "Yeah, you're probably right."
Holy shit!
So it was bad.
So you had to drain it all?
Yeah.
So you don't know what was in the pool then?
Don't know what they did. And the owner saw the video, and he was heated.
Oh, I bet.
Dog, that reminds me of another place. There was a show called Shaws of Sunset,
Yes.
a reality show.
I remember it, or the name anyways.
They rented one of the nice houses, and whenever there's somebody that famous or something really going on, they don't allow us to go there. They'll say, we need you out by 9 a.m. Thursday, and you can't come back till after 11 a.m. Monday.
Okay.
Do what you got to do to try and make sure it won't go green during that time, but don't come back,
So do you add extra chlorine?
Yeah, we'll do stuff like that.
Okay.
So, after the fact, they told me it was a TV show called Shaws of Sunset, and that it'll air in like 3 months. And I was like, oh, cool. So like 3 months happens, and they called me up. They're just like, Anthony, if you want to see that show with the house, it's coming on this Sunday night or whatever it was.
Right.
So I was like, all right, cool. So I watched it, and let me tell you, they were getting tore up in this house drunk.
Wow.
And one of the scenes, they were chasing somebody through the house, like they were fucking around. And dude was running through the house, and he ran into one of the bedrooms and slammed the door. But there were like 4 people chasing him, so they actually broke the door down because of just the momentum. They didn't stop. And so the next time I saw the rental company, I said, hey, I watched that episode. They're like, yeah, so did the owner. And I was like, I started laughing. I said, they were like, he's pissed. And I was like, why? What happened? Well, they had billed the homeowner for fixing the door. They said, oh, your door broke. We got to fix it.
Right.
So the owner was like, all right, whatever. Owner saw it as like, I want my money back. I want you guys to pay me for making me pay for that door. You saw what happened to that door. You're supposed to be taking care of my house. Dude was all pissed off.
Fuck, I would have been too. Holy shit. But it must have been a really nice house, though, to be on that show.
That one was actually Marilyn Monroe's house.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck. State's still making money.
Yeah, it is.
God damn. That's got to be like, okay, so Frank Sinatra's house, right? Huge, apparently, right?
It's not that big, actually.
No?
He's got 2 here. The original one is in Palm Springs,
Okay.
but apparently he built another one in Ranch Mirage somewhere.
Okay.
That one they say is huge.
Okay. But you imagine what's the maintenance?
Oh, dude, it's
the
incredible.
monthly bill on that.
Yeah.
It's got to be astronomical.
They're not allowed to make any changes to the house.
Like a historical thing?
Yeah. They wanted to add because the pool is shaped like a piano.
Really?
It's a trip.
Wow.
Like along the side of the piano, the straight side
Yeah?
is a walkway.
So where the keys would be.
Correct.
Okay.
And good that you mentioned that. Is a walkway. And it's a covered walkway. However, there's big squares cut out of the walkway to let the sunlight down.
So it looks like
So when certain parts of the year, when the sun is directly over it, it casts shadows, so it looks like the black and white keys along the walkway.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's dope.
yeah,
That's money.
that it is.
Holy shit.
Recently, Jay-Z, I guess he's got a cannabis brand out, and they did a photo shoot there.
Really?
So if you Google Jay-Z cannabis, you'll see like models and stuff in a pool playing chess, like hanging out.
Right?
That's Frank Sinatra's house right there.
Oh shit. So You've never seen any NCIS kind of shit or any kind of Law and Order shit where like you're cleaning and all of a sudden somebody's fucking finger rolls out and the dead body's in the bushes behind you or nothing?
No.
How would you act if that happened? Like if you went and all of a sudden there was a dead body.
Well, one day I was at a house and police come running into the yard. And I'm sitting there just cleaning the pool, minding my business.
Right.
And they're looking at me, and I'm looking at them. And they're like, "You got some ID?" And I was like, "Yeah, in my truck." "What are you doing?" And I'm looking at my pole, and I'm looking at the gallon of chlorine right next to me. I'm like, "I'm cleaning the pool." "Have you seen anybody here?" And I was like, "No, I think the house is vacant because it was another vacation rental." I do a lot of those.
Okay.
And they're like, I said, "You want me to get my ID?" And they look at me and they're like, "No." And they just left. I don't know what happened.
Interesting. There's always crazy shit going on around here, though. Crazy motherfuckers.
That is true.
I just wanted to let you know. I know that, that it went sideways on you and you felt really bad. So you got rid of them. But I got to tell you, the new Skechers shape-ups, bro, look pretty good.
Skechers came out with shape-ups again?
And yeah, they're out. They have them.
No, they don't.
Yeah. And they look pretty good, dude. I thought, fuck, Tony needs to get himself some shape-ups.
I'm pulling it up right now.
I think what we need to do, I'm just going to throw this out there right quick. I think we need to do another drunk episode, and everybody's got to wear shape-ups. To see who falls down first. My money's on Lou.
I'll tell you what. Skechers Men's Max Cushioning Elite. They actually look kind of sporty.
I wouldn't lie to you.
They look real sporty. They don't even look like shape-ups.
Well, but they do have, like, those are like the ones with the they call them the cushioning ones or whatever, but they do have shape-ups.
I'll tell you what, dude, these ones I'm looking at right now.
I want to see you in a pair.
Look at that.
No, I know they don't look bad.
Dude, those are legit.
I don't know about wearing them white ones like that. They look like grandpa's orthotic shoes. Like, at least buy some fucking nice ones. Jesus, Tony.
Those are nice.
They're like those cream-colored SAS shoes, Tony. Come on.
No.
I try to tell you that they came out.
Some K-Swiss.
No, bullshit. I try to tell you, hey, man, they came out with some nice shoes, and you go with the fucking SAS orthotics and shit. Come on, man. There's something that look kind of like New Balance.
No. I don't see them.
Man, this dude. It's because you got old Google on your phone. Hold on. I'll find them for you.
You're tripping.
The first ones I saw was like, ooh, hell no, Tony. You ain't getting those. I ain't even going to tell you about them. And then they had... See, like, these aren't bad. These white ones are better than the ones you pointed out.
You like those?
Those are better than the ones you pointed out.
But do you like those?
No, I wouldn't wear them. But you would.
Those are kind of wear for work.
Like, there you go right there, Tony. That's you all day.
Oh, that was so ugly.
That's you all day. That's what I saw the first one. I was like, oh, that's Tony all day.
While you're looking,
yeah.
Have you heard about Tom Brady retiring, the quarterback?
Yeah, but I thought he decided not to after all.
That's true. He didn't. He decided to play again. Now,
is he Brett Favreing it?
Yeah, but I think he's doing a lot better.
Those ain't that bad, dog.
Those are ugly. You're tripping.
Those are much better than the white ones you were showing.
No, that's ugly. I would never wear those. Those white ones I showed you are pimp.
They're
Tom
not
Brady.
white. They're eggshell. Go ahead, Tom Brady.
His last his last touchdown
Okay.
that he made. The receiver threw the football into the stands. The person who caught it kept it. I think I don't know what happened as far as them trying to get it back from him or whatever.
Yeah, because I thought they were trying to get it back from him because it was his last touchdown or
Something
whatever.
like that, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I think that one was like there was a specific number of touchdowns he did.
Okay.
But his actual last football, the football he used to make his last touchdown before he retired, somebody in the crowd had that ball.
Okay.
Took it to auction. It sold for over $500,000.
Wow.
Okay?
For a football, dude.
For
Half
a
a million, and
football.
it's not even brand new.
$500,000. Now, let's say that got sold on a Monday. I don't know what day of the week it was.
Okay. Let's say it was a Friday, just for shits and giggles.
Okay. It sold on Friday for over $500,000.
All right.
Saturday, he announced that he was going to play another year.
Oh,
They
that's fucked up.
voided the sale.
No way.
The dude didn't want it no more.
Wow.
And because he hadn't paid for it and it wasn't as advertised, it wasn't going to be his last touchdown football.
I'd sue Tom Brady.
Dude, because you know that person is just a regular Joe that was at the game
Dude.
and happened to get that ball.
Man,
And he was going to come up $500K.
Now you know that on Friday he ordered his yacht.
He quit his job, kid.
Nuh-uh.
No, I'm just saying
shit,
that's
right. Holy Hey, Bob, I just wanted to tell you, fuck you, I'm not coming in on Monday. Hey, Bob, I was just kidding, dog. I'll be there.
But honestly, dude, the things you're going through your mind that you're already buying, the bills you're gonna pay off.
The relief that you felt, fuck, man, I'm gonna be able to pay off the house. We're gonna have no bills. We'll have money to travel. Like, all that shit, right? Like, just the relief of not having to worry about money anymore for a little while, anyways. Because $500,000 is really not a lot, right? Like, you couldn't live the rest of your life on it unless you were like just eating fucking
Right.
sopas every day, but still, the relief that you would have gotten and how much how life changing that $500,000 would be, and then just to have it fucking taken away.
So within 24 hours.
God.
That's the thing. He's like, I'm gonna quit my job. I'm gonna go on vacation. I'm gonna pay off these bills.
Well, Tom Brady owe him something. Box seats for life, like something, like, you know what I mean? He owes him something. Like, that's fucked up.
When I read that story, I couldn't stop laughing. I was
Holy-
like, dude, again, I'm just thinking, average Joe happened to catch that ball. People probably tried to take it from him. Dude, if that was me, I'd leave the game at that point.
Hell yeah.
Put down under my shirt.
Hey, we gotta
I'm
go.
out. Yep, gotta go.
We gotta go. This shit's gonna get ugly. Let's go. Fuck that. Go find you a security guard to walk you out.
You ever hear that story? I too bad I don't know the guy's name. It was like the Cubs World Series. I think it was like in the 80s, maybe in the 90s.
Okay.
Apparently he was listening to a Walkman as he was watching the game. It was like the World Series, and they were going to win. And somebody hit a ball, and it would have closed out the game, but he reached over and caught it,
Oh.
and it caused them to lose or what have you. There was like a documentary on this guy. Dude, the police had to escort him out of the game.
Wow.
He had to quit his job. He was getting death threats. I mean, the dude, if you were into baseball, you know this guy's name because it's like synonymous with
With the Cubs.
what not to do.
Fuck.
And when it was on live, it was being recorded, he caught the ball, didn't realize what he did. He was sitting in his seat just quiet. He had his baseball cap on, glass. People were throwing shit at him, pouring beers on him.
Fuck.
Dude.
Talk about you fucked up and everyone's going to let you know. Wow.
If you ever get to watch it, dude, it's incredible. I forgot the guy's name.
Jesus Christ. I liked going to baseball games live. Like, I'm not a big baseball kind of guy. But the feeling at the stadium is so different than watching it on TV.
That's true.
You know what I mean? I can go watch. I'll go watch baseball in person now. But several years ago, I never would have gone. But I went when we were there in the Bay Area. It wasn't the A's, right?
Steve Bartman.
Yes, dude. They did a documentary on that dude.
Yeah, the Oakland A's.
Yeah. We used to go and watch them play. We even took my parents. They had never gone to go do any shit like that, but we took them and they sat there and they were drinking beers and, well, my mom was. My dad was drinking soda. My dad didn't drink, so he was sitting there drinking beers and having a good time watching us play. And then they would yell at the pitcher while he's practicing.
So yeah, there was a guy in the bullpen practicing, and I heard people going because he was on the other team. So he'd throw the ball over, everybody go whoop. And when the catcher would throw, ooh. So I just started going with him just to fucking go with it because we're there. Why not be a part of it, right?
On the way home, my mom's whoop. Yep. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Did you ever go to the, when Palm Springs had their team?
No.
My son was little. We went there once. It was cool. It was like a Friday night. Not a lot of people go.
There's something to do, though,
Yeah,
right? Like,
it was actually pretty cool.
Right on.
Went to a Rockies-Dodgers game when we were in Colorado.
Well,
that was pretty cool. That was a long time ago, but it was cool.
Do you remember ever going to the hockey games in Bakersfield? You were still pretty young then.
Yeah. Not really.
No?
I remember going, but if you asked me who played when, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
I don't remember. I think it may have been, it would have been Milo because we were already living over there where Luke and them were. Do you remember going to see the Ducks in L.A.?
No.
No?
The hockey team?
Yeah. We drove
Actually, I have a very vivid memory of being outside of a hockey stadium and looking inside the building, like through the glass and seeing. I don't remember what it was, but I have a vivid memory of.
It would have had to have
being
been
outside.
It would have had to have been the Ducks though, because the ones in Bakersfield, we usually went in through one of the sides because I was there for the event. It wasn't like we would just go watch.
Are you interested in seeing the hockey team here now? Once that gets all said and done,
maybe.
The Firebirds.
Is that what they're going to be called?
Yeah.
Maybe it'd be kind of cool. You know what I mean? When we went, it was just because I had to go do it for the station that I worked for. It wasn't like, hey, let's go fucking Condors. It was just because I had to work. You know what I mean? But what was cool is because of part of that fucking part of that arena, we were involved with them a lot. So like Disney on Ice would come. And they would do like a pre-presentation for the media. And we'd get to go, and he went, him, and his mom went. And I don't think Milo was born yet. And we got to sit like right on the ice, but before he got to meet all the characters, and he got this fucking Woody doll, and he got to take pictures with Woody, and when they had like Mickey on ice or whatever, he got to meet a couple of the characters, and he'd get little gifts from them and do all that kind of shit. So that kind of shit in radio is the kind of shit that I missed, was like to be able to do like the cool shit for that. Like he probably doesn't even remember what the fuck I'm talking about, but for me it was like, cool. I'm doing shit my kids are like, I'd never.
You know what sucks is, don't you hate it that they don't remember some of the shit that you used to do for them?
Yeah.
Taking places. I took my kids to Disney World and they barely even remember that.
Really?
Wow. We were there for like a week.
Oh, I'd love to go. I would have loved to have gone to Disney World when they were younger, but there's a lot of truth to that. Like, there's no way I would have taken them when they were like super young, because just like that, they don't fucking remember.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what was it, 4 years ago? 2016, we took them.
That was 6 years ago.
Okay, so 2016, I took him and his brother, and we took my mom and my dad because they had never been to Disneyland. My mom had, my dad had never been to Disneyland. And so I told him, I said, all right, look, dude, I was working as a manager up north. I was making a shit ton of money. I told him, whatever you guys want, just point to it and tell me I want that. Whatever you want.
Your parents or your kids?
The kids. I gave them each $100 when we got there. If you guys want something to drink, you want a snack, you don't have to ask me, just go get it. Just tell me where you're going. Don't just fucking run away from me to go get something. But
At Disneyland.
yeah, but your money's yours. Buy what you want. And if there's something that you want, like when we're leaving, if you want a sweater or whatever, got it. Whatever you need, whatever you want. Which was awesome for me because I'd never been able to do something like that for them. So we went, and I told my parents the same thing. Wait, whatever you guys want. If you guys are hungry, you want something to drink, just let us know. We got it. Because it was me, them two, my sister, my brother, his wife, and their 2 kids. And we all went. And we did the park hopper. So one day we did Disneyland. The next day we went to California Adventure.
Okay.
And it was such a great time to be able to go with my parents, at the age that they were, and watching. My dad was like a fucking kid. Like, we went and we took him through Pirates of the Caribbean. He rode on that. Like, even though his back, he's always had back issues. So going through the ride and it's jarring him around, and he's like, making noises. Are you all right? Yeah, no, I'm good. And he walked around the whole day and had a great time the first day. And then we took him to California Adventure the second day. And I don't know if he remembers it as much as we do, but he's a big Thor fan.
Big what?
A Thor?
Okay.
Big, huge Thor fan. Like, that's his one character. And you know how they had like the Marvel Universe there at California Adventure or whatever?
It was like the pre-Marvel Academy thing. They had it was a technology something.
Right.
And like the first floor was Iron Man and second floor was Captain America, Thor, and all that stuff. It was right before they did all the Marvel Academy stuff.
This is the first I'm hearing of any of this.
Yeah, so it's like on the other side of the pond where the Ferris wheel is at, right? It's like on that back side somewhere.
I thought it was
there.
in the regular park.
Or was it before, in Disneyland?
Yeah.
No, it was on California Adventure.
Okay.
Across from like where Cars is at, right? So we get there,
that ride,
and we were like, "Yeah, come on, Dad, let's go in here." Blah blah blah.
But no one had told him anything about it yet.
He didn't know, right? So he's standing in line. Everybody's kind of fucking talking or whatever, and he's walking the whole time. He's got a cane because his back, and he'd have to stop every once in a while. And we're walking through, and it's kind of elevated, so it's kind of at a slope. And he's walking along, but he's not complaining about anything. He's having a good time. And boy, when he came around that corner and saw fucking Thor, bro, his face lit up so big. He turned around and handed me his cane and went and took a picture with. I want a picture. And he went and he stood there and he went like in a fighting stance against Thor, and Thor right away went to go the same way. Dude, it was so like that was such the best time. Like at that age for them, and taking my parents, like I couldn't have chose a better time. We couldn't have chose a better time to do that as a family, and it was just a really, really good time. So if you're listening and you have kids, and I know let's take them to Disneyland at fucking 3, 5, 7.
They won't remember.
They're not gonna fucking remember it.
Take it from someone who doesn't remember it now.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it and you're doing it for you, that's one thing. But know that, because if you talk to your kids later on in life, they're gonna be like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't remember going.
SeaWorld, same thing. When they were little, they don't remember any of it. Disneyland.
I don't remember a lot of Legoland either. I know we went to
Berry Farm. I mean, it was fun when it happened, but now it's like, you remember that? No.
Jeez, I think I went to Knott's Berry Farm one time when I was younger. I remember my first time going to Disneyland. I was probably in the 4th grade, 5th grade, and we were going with the boys club. And I had to beg and beg. And my dad didn't want to go. My mom was like, fuck it, I'll go with him. But we need the money to go. So somehow they finagled the money. Me and my mom went to fucking Disneyland. I don't remember if she got on any of the rides. She had to have, because I was small, so I couldn't have really gotten
Gone
on
by
any of them by
yourself.
myself. So I'm sure she got on some of them with me, but I don't think my mom was like fucking roller coaster ready. You know what I mean? Like I don't think she was into that kind of shit. So, and then the one time that I've been to, what's the other one?
Universal?
No, the one with the big
Magic Mountain.
Magic Mountain. Was with you guys when we ditched and went that one time. I don't know if you were with us, if it was just me, Manny, and Mo.
I've still
This is
never
the
been
first
there.
I'm hearing of this.
So it was without Tony.
Yeah,
No,
so
I think I went.
I remember because I didn't want to get on the fuck. What's that
No, we
big one
went.
called?
Goliath, right?
No,
Colossus.
Colossus. I didn't want to get on fucking.
I don't mess with those.
And fucking Manny, but dude, that's where all the girls are at. That's why we're here. We got to go. Let's go talk to the girls. The girls are going to be in line. I was like, "Fuck, dude, I'll wait. And you're going to introduce me to the girls and you get off. Yeah, but then they're going to be like, oh, well, why didn't you get on? You because they were scared. Ah, fuck. So I'm going and I'm getting in line and I'm just like, fuck, I don't want to get on this fucking thing. Jesus Christ.
And that's the wood one, right?
Yeah, but I got on that motherfucker. I rode it just to stand in line and talk to girls.
Then I wouldn't have went with you that time because I wouldn't have gone on that thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck, where were you? I needed some fucking backup. Fuck. So yeah, but I got on the motherfucker. I went there, and I remember, 5 maybe, went to Universal Studios. My uncle took us all, and we had gone, and that's like when Jaws first came out.
Right.
So that was 75, right? So I was like 4 or 5. That's when they had those cars. Remember that they were on like these little tilt-a-wheel things, so you could pick up the edge of a car, and it looks like you're fucking lifting it up. Remember that?
Vaguely.
There's a picture of me holding up a car, and then they had the Batmobile was there.
Well, I remember they had this tunnel.
Yeah.
It was filmed in the $6 Million Man.
Yeah, it was the ice tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was spin.
Yeah.
So it made you feel like you were like,
You were all,
yeah.
whoa. And what's funny is because you go through the ice tunnel, and when you come out where Jaws is at. So you come out and about half the train goes by, and all of a sudden this fucking shark just comes out of the water. Ah! And everybody's like, ah!
Everything's on fire.
Yeah, and then you go, and then you come out of the water and you go up, and that was like at the same time when Psycho came out, right?
Yeah, you went by the house.
Yeah, you go by the house.
The motel.
Yeah, the motel. And you're driving by the motel, and all of a sudden
He comes out.
No. He's in the window, so he gets in. While he's telling you in the window, the train stalls. Oh, hey, I can't get the train going. I don't know what's going on. And all of a sudden you hear thunder and lightning. And, oh, my God, what's that? And all of a sudden this boulder rolls down and fucking water starts running down at you.
Oh,
and you're like, oh, shit. And then he turns it on, you go, and then the boulder rolls past you.
Well, they started doing that one at the Psycho where you'd roll up and you'd see him walk out with a girl over his shoulder. Like he just killed her, puts her into the trunk of a car.
Okay.
And then he looks over and sees the tram and starts walking towards it.
Oh, right on.
That episode with $6 Million Man, wasn't it like a Bigfoot episode or something like that?
Like a Yeti or some shit.
Yeah.
Could have been, dude. I don't remember $6 Million Man like that. Because it was the Bionic Woman, $6 Million Man, and then there was another one, right? They did a hybrid of the two.
Oh, did they? I don't remember it.
I'll tell you what. Remember T.J. Hunter?
T.J. Hooker.
T.J. Hooker.
Yeah.
That white chick in that show was fucking
Here we
hot.
go.
Holy shit, bro. She was bad.
You got a problem.
Yeah, it's what's her name?
Heather Thomas.
Yes.
Tommy Lee's ex-wife.
Yes. And then there's another one that was Heather Locklear, too, came out in
Heather
the show.
Locklear's is Heather Thomas was on Fall Guy.
There you go. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And Heather Locklear was on T.J. Hooker, right?
Yeah. You know, you just reminded me of something about this weekend. I saw Batman, by the way. Finally.
You know, it's streaming. It started streaming today on HBO
Today?
Max. Yeah. So if you have HBO Max, you should have watched it yesterday.
Finally got to see it.
And
It's a good movie.
now I've heard conflicting stories.
Me too.
I've heard that it just fucking blows balls and it's 3 hours of your life that you're just going to fucking shit away.
And if you go into it with that attitude, it will.
Okay.
But honestly, it didn't seem like 3 hours to me.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's a fast-paced movie.
No.
Oh.
but it keeps you engaged the entire time.
Okay.
So I've also heard that they could have taken out parts of the movie, which they probably could have. I don't, but what parts? But the entire movie, I was engaged. It was a good movie,
Okay.
but it just wasn't a Batman movie.
What do you mean?
It was more of a crime mystery that had Batman in it.
Okay.
So it was a cross between that movie Seven with Brad Pitt,
Okay.
Saw. That movie Saw.
Saw?
Yeah, because they do some things in there that kind of remind you of Saw
Okay.
with
Oh,
Batman.
yeah, 'cause it's the Riddler.
Okay.
So it was actually not. I don't like the dude that played Batman, the Twilight guy.
Robert
Yeah.
Pattinson.
I try not to remember him from Twilight, but I remember him from Harry Potter. So that same dark-esque, emu kid or emo that's just kind of like
And
to
Emu's an
himself.
animal.
Yeah.
And he's still like really
Liberty,
white,
liberty.
white complected. It's him.
Okay.
But it was actually a pretty good movie. It was one of those things that it was a standalone movie without Batman, but I don't think I would have paid to watch it.
Wait. So it was a standalone movie without Batman?
It could have been like a crime mystery movie without Batman. It was more, like they were trying to chase down this guy that was doing things.
Okay.
But but because it's Batman, the guy doing these things was the Riddler, and Batman was part of the team trying to find him.
Yeah. Okay.
So
All right.
it was actually pretty good. Now I saw that Saturday morning,
Okay.
or yes, early afternoon. My kids were in town. We went home and had dinner, and we were deciding on what to watch as a family, another movie.
Okay.
So my wife says, "Oh, I want to watch that movie Dog
Oh,
that
Jesus
Mingo
Christ.
recommended."
I didn't recommend it. I said that it was a good movie, but I knew what the fuck was going to happen when I started watching it because it was going to be a fucking tearjerker.
Okay, so you don't recommend that to people to watch?
I no.
Oh, okay then.
I mean, it was a decent movie, but you knew what
That
was going to
movie
happen.
sucked.
It wasn't. It did not suck.
And I could tell that it sucked by the fucking name.
That movie sucked.
Why?
It wasn't even a tearjerker.
You're
You
fucking
said when the
tripping.
dude fell out and the dog got on his shoulder?
Yeah.
Man, I yawned at that point.
Man, this from the dude that fucking somebody dropped a teacup and he started crying.
Exactly.
You tripping?
The beginning,
Dog hater.
When we put that movie on,
Yeah.
my daughter was like, "Why are we watching this?
What'd you-
Nobody wants to cry."
Did you go kick Peanut? I told you that shit.
Well, nobody did cry because the movie fucking sucked.
Are we going to pass over the fact that you just said, were you going to go kick Peanut?
Fucking dog hater.
Dude, that movie was horrible.
It was a good movie.
Dude, you
missed the whole fucking story, the whole thing about that movie.
Sucked. I mean, it had a couple of funny parts, but dude, that movie was so bad.
Especially since it was Channing Tatum and it was just called Dog. I was like, yeah, it's not going to be good.
It was
just
a-
like that movie Ambulance.
I haven't seen it.
I'm not going to. It's the one where they do some heist.
Oh yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal and the other guy, and they get in an ambulance because
You know-
they shot a cop.
I get Jake Gyllenhaal and the other guy, what
Ryan
was it,
Gosling?
Jared Leto. I get those two guys
How the
confused all the
fuck?
time
How?
Yeah, how?
because they look a lot alike.
No.
No.
Yeah,
No.
and their names sound a lot alike.
No.
Jake Gyllenhaal and
Jared, no.
yeah,
No. No.
Hey, fuck the both of you.
You know,
How
the
about
funny
that?
thing is, you trying to skate past the point that you picked another shitty ass movie.
I didn't recommend the motherfucker. I told you from the beginning.
Ghostbusters.
Great
sucked.
movie.
That one was
You're
good.
fucking tripping.
That Amazon show sucked.
What Amazon,
What
show?
Amazon show?
The one, the four friends that you said reminded you of us being friends,
Oh fuck yeah, Mad Dog or whatever the fuck it was.
sucked.
You're fucking tripping. It's because you saw
I
yourself
can't
in the
say
movie.
that 'cause I don't know
Was
that
something else? Was there something else?
No,
Did you
you said
recommend
Dog.
that sucked? Okay, then Dog is strike 3. Don't even
Fine,
talk
look,
about
hold
things.
on.
Stick to The Walking Dead, kid.
Hold on, the eBay. Hold on. Relax.
Matter of fact, did you hear what you did on the last episode? Put it at the end.
What?
It cut off real fast. Nobody could hear it.
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't.
Bullshit. I'll put it again at the end of this one then.
Well, but I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Yes, there was. All kinds of people said it.
No.
We'll have to go back and look at the numbers, but you said the eBay.
No, I did not.
The eBay.
I said the Barney, but I didn't say the eBay.
You are that old. You call it the Facebook too?
He said it. He said like a couple things earlier in that same episode. He called them the. He said the something else.
Well, I wasn't here for it, so I don't know.
Movies you are recommending suck.
You are the only person. You and Champ were the only ones that said that Ghostbusters sucked. That movie was fucking fantastic. Ivan jumped on the train, said it was a fucking great movie. You're tripping, dog. I told you that it was a fucking tearjerker.
It wasn't even a tearjerker.
It
That's
was.
The point.
It was because you were already salty balls about watching it.
Dude, that movie sucked. Nobody even died.
Watch, I'm gonna watch fucking Batman right now when I'm done, and when it sucks, I'm gonna fucking call you at 1 o'clock in the morning and chastise you about how fucking
it's a good movie.
I'm gonna chastise you about your fucking comments on a 3-hour movie.
He won't even be awake by the time
that shit feels like fucking 5 hours, half an hour in. I'm calling you.
You know what sucked about that movie though? I'm old school. I like the Batman. The whole he's pulling shit out of his belts and. I love that stuff.
You probably like the old shit on the screen. Pow,
yeah,
bam.
that's off the hook right there. The Batmobile,
all the Adam West shit.
Horrible.
Really?
It's just a muscle car.
And I'm not all that. I've never been like a fucking fan of Catwoman. Whether it was, and I'm a big fucking Michelle Pfeiffer fan. And even her Batwoman was like, I'm just not.
Yeah.
And then when
that's Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And the very first one, right?
Of the movies, yeah.
Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer, and then
Danny DeVito.
No. Who else played Batwoman?
Oh.
Halle Berry.
Yeah. Catwoman.
What did I say? Batwoman.
Yes.
Halle Berry was okay, but still, I'm not. That character's not. How was Zoe Kravitz at it?
Well. There wasn't like a Catwoman per se,
but a Selena Kyle.
She was more of somebody that could like be a thief in a sense. So
like
again,
a cat burglar?
the movie wasn't campy to where like the Penguin, for example, he's just a regular dude. He's a gangster. He wasn't short and wobbled when he walked and with a top hat, exactly. It wasn't like that. He was just a gangster.
So it wasn't a comic book movie.
Right.
It was just a dark
more of the Arkham side,
like the
right?
Games, yeah.
More of a how it really would be.
Right.
Like the Riddler, he was just a dude.
Now I saw a piece of like the preview of it, and it looked like the Riddler looked a lot like the Bane. Did he look like Bane? He had something over his face and shit, right?
It was like a mask. He had what he was doing was he was videotaping himself doing what he was doing to like people he would kidnap.
Right.
So he had like a mask on, but it was more like it looked like almost tape. You know, it just wasn't that special.
Just dumb?
Yeah.
Okay. This movie already sounds terrible. He's telling me to watch it.
I didn't tell you to watch it.
Well, by telling me that it was decent.
It was, I don't, yeah. I would watch it again.
You'd spend another 3 hours watching it again?
I probably would.
Really?
Especially now that it's on HBO.
I think you should. And I'm going to bring you and tape you in that chair, and I'm going to give one of them little fucking... What are the guns with the fake BBs in them? What are they called?
A gun with fake BBs?
Yeah. The little plastic BB ones.
A BB gun? Airsoft.
Airsoft, there you go. I'm going to sit there and shoot you with an airsoft. Every time I think it's a terrible... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to... I want to see it just because I want to have my own opinion about it, but I don't want to spend 3 hours on a shit movie.
I heard Morbius sucked.
Really?
Yeah,
I heard
which
that
I'm
too.
really fucking bummed about.
Yeah, I had such high hopes for that movie.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Redeem Jared Leto in a fucking hero movie, but no.
Oh,
I
man.
think what helped in regards to that 3-hour movie was because we saw it like at noon.
Oh, okay, so watch it early.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I'd have probably been falling asleep.
Well, I'm off Wednesday, so maybe we'll have breakfast and watch it. What do you got
haven't
going
seen
on
it
Wednesday, Thursday?
No, I haven't. Huh?
What do you got going on Wednesday, Thursday?
I'm off.
Both
Wednesday,
days, right?
Thursday, yep.
All right. So we'll have breakfast and watch it Wednesday. What were you saying?
I was just asking the Seabass if he saw Batman.
No, I haven't yet either.
Yeah, we'll watch it on Wednesday. We'll give you our report soon.
But I'm excited for the new Doctor Strange movie. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't give a shit about your opinion anymore.
I gotta tell you, I'm more interested in seeing the other one with the Asian lady. What's it called?
The multiverse movie?
Yeah, Everything Everywhere Now, or what's it called?
I don't know, but I know it's a multiverse movie.
Is she a superhero?
I don't know. I haven't watched it, but I know that the guy that's in it, the main character, is Data
Oh, shit.
from Goonies, and the little Asian boy from
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Temple of Doom. Dr. Jones! That kid.
it's a booby trap.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. I just don't know
Okay.
what movie you're talking about.
It's like an independent flick, and I think it's called Everything Everywhere Now or something like that.
Everything
And it's a
Everywhere All the
multiverse
Time?
movie. Yeah, that one. And it's a multiverse movie.
Yeah, I don't like those.
I know. You know why? Too many dots to connect.
Yep.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I'm right there with you, dude. If it's that fast paced, I might have a little trouble
See,
myself.
what did you saw? What's the one with Leonardo DiCaprio?
I'm sorry, one more time.
Oh, fucking tongue twister.
Leonardo?
What's the last name on that one?
I don't know. DiCaprio?
Inception?
Inception. That was kind of hard
Yeah.
to follow.
Yeah.
Whap.
Yeah, after a while, you're just like, fuck it. I'm just going to watch the movie. I'm going to stop trying to figure it out and just fucking enjoy the graphics and shit.
See, and that's how I feel about the Doctor Strange. The visual effects are incredible, but it's just too much.
Yeah, once you start jumping around timelines and worlds and whatnot, you're just like, I'm gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But hey, look at that. That
Well,
was
then
pretty.
you don't have to go with me to watch it. I'll just watch it myself.
Well, no, I can go. I want to see it, but I'm just saying.
Just write your questions down in a notebook and ask them after the movie.
Hey, fuck that. The last couple times I've been really good. Haven't asked a lot of questions.
I'm really surprised you have been good.
Shit. I've been
Mostly
able to
because
stay.
I've made you watch
I've
the
been able
rest
to-
of the 22 fucking Marvel movies before Endgame.
I've been able to stay awake through most of them now, so
Yeah.
we're good. You know what I mean? Let's see what it's called. See if they have it. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is what it's called.
It already sounds confusing.
It is, but it fucking. If you watch the preview, it looks pretty good. I just hope that not all the good parts are in the preview, and then you're gonna be like, wah, wah, wah. But it's getting good reviews, so we'll go see it and we'll go check it out. Much more happier with that. So I'll go watch Doctor Strange with you. You go watch that with me, and then we'll wait for Morbius to come out on.
We don't
Digital?
even have to wait for it. We can just skip it.
Just blow by it. Wow,
Yeah.
that bad, huh? Who told you that it was
Jeremiah.
bad? Yeah,
It
but is
looks
really-
sorry.
No,
That movie
yeah.
looks sorry.
And I've heard nothing but shit about it anyways.
Really?
So, yeah.
That's too bad. I had high hopes for it.
Really?
It looked
Yeah.
like it was going to be a great movie.
Yeah.
I was hoping it was going to be great.
There was part
Another
like
Spider-Man tie-in.
what they
He's a
showed
cool
with it.
anti-hero anyways. Like,
Yeah, when they showed the part, I was like, "Ooh, shit, that looks good."
they shouldn't have dropped the Venom joke in the trailer, though. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, but I think they knew the movie was shit, so they had to. You know what I mean?
That would have been their one saving grace. Why put it in the trailer?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Any final words, Sebastian?
No, I'm good.
No love shout outs, no highs, no hays, no hoes.
Nope.
Tony?
I do that with my phone.
Anthony?
It's just funny how when you become accustomed to somebody calling you a certain thing and you hear something different, them calling you something different, it's just awkward.
Yeah.
Like sometimes Robert he called me by my first name once, because he always calls me Checo.
Right.
And when he said Anthony, it was just so awkward.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I had it happen to me the other day. We were on a FaceTime call and someone said my full name and I was like, no, you call me by my nickname.
Yeah, right.
You no longer use my full name.
That's fucking hilarious.
My nephew AJ, the one who's recently found out he's having a kid.
All right.
His birthday is Monday. He's turning 26.
Happy birthday.
So happy
2-6,
birthday,
happy
AJ.
birthday.
And that's about it.
That's it?
That is it.
Are you sure?
I am.
Totally sure.
Because he's got a few more that you
No,
should
he doesn't.
that you should
Because
have in there.
there's at least 2 that I have right now that you should have. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to be a nice guy and I'm going to give them to you because you are the birthday guy and that is your gig.
Because you got really butthurt when we did it, and we'd like to apologize for that.
Fuck that.
I
ain't
appreciate
apologizing.
that. Look at you.
Fuck that. I ain't apologizing
Yeah,
for that
no,
shit.
He was a joke.
Hold on. Stand by. When's your Tia's birthday? It's coming in this month?
I don't know.
Tia Corey?
We still talk to her?
I don't know. I'm mad at her right now anyway. So,
We still talk to her.
wow. You know she listens every day, right?
Yeah, I
Every time.
know,
Okay.
but you just said too that you're
Well,
mad at
yeah,
her.
I'm mad at her.
Exactly.
Angry, disappointed, hurt, and all that other stuff.
Isn't hers in June?
No, Tia Bell's is in June,
Oh.
right? Now you got me all confused now. See?
Yeah, hers is June 17th, right? Tia Bell's?
16th.
16th. That was close.
And I think Tia Corey's is the 20-something of April. I think.
Boy, you look real good right now.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, no, I ain't got none, bro. I'm good.
So what did you think you had?
My sister's birthday.
Oh.
Yeah, you should know. It should be part of your shit. Just kidding. All right, cool deal. Hey, thank you guys all for listening. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you guys real soon. Love you. Bye.